Good evening, hockey fans, and welcome to the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex here in St. Cloud. It's Dave Torrey Arena, where tonight the Cathedral Crusaders play host to Greenway in a rematch of last year's state championship game for Class A hockey. Cathedral returns three of their top scorers from last season's team, including top scorer Blake Perbix, second scorer Jack Smith, and Cullen Hiltner, who's just a junior this year. Greenway graduated their top two scorers from last season, but they do return their number 3 scorer in Ben Tremblay. Tremblay last year 15 goals, 16 assists for 31 points for Greenway, who had a Cinderella run to that state championship game. They finished with a record of just 17-15. Ended up falling to Cathedral at Xcel Energy Center, the first ever state championship, not only for Cathedral High School, but the only state championship in the history of any team here in St. Cloud with all of its local teams. Greenway a bit shorthanded coming into tonight's game. They sent just 14 skaters up for the game tonight against Cathedral, who fields a full squad here at home. The buzzer sounds. We're just a few moments away from player introductions. We'll have a national anthem here as well, and then we'll drop the puck on some Class A high school hockey. Cathedral 1-1 so far this season. A 15-0 win against Fergus Falls, their first time out here at the MAC. They raised the banner at center ice and then went out and took care of the Otters. Jack Smith, 5 goals and 2 assists. Cullen Hiltner had 2 goals and 5 assists. In fact, 11 players had at least a point in that win for the Crusaders. Last time out, Cathedral losing at War Road, 5-2 the final score. War Road scoring twice in the first period, early in the second to take a 3-0 lead, and they never looked back. Jack Smith did score another goal, giving him a team-high 6th season. One as well. They beat Virginia at home 7-1 their first game. Micah Germander with a hat trick, and Tremblay had a couple of goals for the Raiders. And then last time out, a 6-3 loss to Minnetonka at home. Starting lineups being announced now here on the ice for both sides, starting with Greenway wearing all green, appropriately enough. Brody Jorgensen getting the start here for the Raiders alongside Christian Miller, Mitchell Vekic, Micah Germander, and Ben Tremblay. In net for the Raiders tonight, Logan Wright. He's 1-1 with a 3.50 goals against average and a .900 save percentage. And now the home team in yellow and blue, the Cathedral Crusaders. Junior goaltender Grant Martin, 1-1 so far this season at goals against an even 3. Save percentage at .878. Couple of youth hockey players being announced as starters as well. And there's Smith being announced, the grade schooler. Reed Bogenholm will get the start for Cathedral. He's got an assist so far this season. He's committed to Air Force Academy. He'll be joined by John Bell. Bell has 1 assist on the year as well. Up front for Cathedral, Cullen Hiltner. He's off to a fast start. 2 goals, 5 assists so far in 2 games. And Blake Perbix, 2 goals, 6 assists for a total of 8 points so far this year. And of course, Jack Smith will get the start as well for Cathedral. He's got 9 points in 2 games, 6 goals and 3 assists. National anthem coming up. Puck drop just around the corner.
Splash, splash, splash. Apply a little splash. When your windshield's getting dirty, just apply a little splash. When your windshield's full of grime, bugs, dirt, and snow, just use a little splash and be safe on the road. Splash, splash, splash. Apply a little splash. When your windshield's getting dirty, just apply a little splash. See safely on the road when you apply a little splash.
You know what works? FVP Auto Parts work. Trusted, tested, selected. You know what works? FVP Stay Tuned works. Engine buildup doesn't stand a chance. FVP, reach for what works. You know what works? FVP Auto Parts work.
Welcome back to the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex here in St. Cloud. Tonight, the Cathedral Crusaders play host to Greenway. Boys High School hockey on the Youth Hockey Hub. Tonight's game brought to you by FVP Parts. FVP has a dominating lineup. Reach for what works with FVP oil, antifreeze, stay tuned, batteries, and more. Visit your local automotive shop or retailer for FVP products. Cathedral wearing the yellow uniforms. They've got royal blue numbers outlined in white. The blue buckets, blue breezers, yellow socks. Greenway wearing the green uniforms. Sort of a 7-up green with white numbers, white letters, and then a white piping around the waist. Green breezers, green socks with white around the knees. A lot of green is basically the theme for their uniform set. Grant Martin between the pipes for Cathedral. He's 1-1. Logan Wright is 1-1. And we're going to drop the puck in what should be an excellent high school hockey game here in the Granite City. On the draw here for Cathedral is Jack Smith. He's working against Germander. It's won back by the Crusaders. Chipped out to center ice. Now settled down by Greenway. Pushed ahead by Tremblay. First one in deep is Vekic for the Raiders, but he's beat to the puck by Bogenholm. Now the puck trickles out toward the blue line. Smith is tripped up on the play, arm in the air. Cathedral will get a power play when Greenway touches. First is shot by Smith, is deflected up into the rafters, and Cathedral gets a very early power play here with 16:37 left in the first period. Headed to the box for the Raiders is Brody Jorgensen. Jorgensen for tripping at 23 seconds of the first period, and the faceoff won by Cathedral, but it's going to trickle all the way down to Grant Martin. Leaves for Bell, who skates back behind his own net onto the faceoff circle, sends it to Smith all the way up the far side with wheels. Smith gains the zone on the circle, now takes behind the net. Smith looking out to the blue line and connects with Bell. Bell back to Smith on the near side boards. Up top it goes to Bell. Now over to the side to Cumming. Back up top for Bell. He takes a shot, deflected, doesn't make it through. Smith chips back behind the net, trying to play pitch and catch with Perbix. Perbix loses the puck in the corner, and it's sent all the way down by the Raiders. Greenway has time for a line change. Crusaders will change here as well as Bell settles the puck down back behind the net of Grant Martin. Sent ahead to the near side. CJ Zinn sidesteps a defender, now chips it ahead. And played in deep. Motzko leaves it in front, and one-timer just whiffed on and into the back of the net goes the Crusader. That's going to draw a whistle here and a stoppage. Nolan Widman going into the net for Cathedral as they were attacking here on the power play. Still 1:05 left in the man advantage. 15:41 left here in the first period. No score. Nate Warner on the draw here for Cathedral as they fix the net behind Logan Wright. Warner up against Greenway as Germander. It's won by Warner. Back to Bogenholm. Near side, played by Warner. He'll skate it out to the blue line, into the corner to Motzko. Gets it back on top of the circle. Down low, Motzko feeds it in front. Blocked in front. Motzko on the rebound. That shot was blocked as well. Here's Motzko playing it on the near side. Sent down low into the corner. Up top it goes for Bogenholm. Now Warner has it. Warner's shot deflected down low, and that was saved by Logan Wright. Cathedral maintains pressure. 40 seconds left on the power play. Up top, Warner to Bogenholm. He skates in, now into the corner for Motzko. Shot from a close angle. Save is made, and the whistle blows. Not sure Logan Wright exactly saw where that puck was, but he did enough to stop it. Draw a whistle here with 15:07 left in the first period. 31 seconds left in the minor penalty to Jorgensen. Couple of solid scoring chances on this power play for Cathedral, but they've come up empty so far. Jack Smith on the draw here for the Crusaders. Face-off won by Smith, kicked up to Bell on the blue line. Now it hops the blue line, and Cathedral's got to touch up. Smith lays it back deep. Good kill so far here for the Raiders. They've given up a couple of scoring chances to a potent offense, but for the most part has kept Cathedral away from the good areas of the ice. Hiltner slams on the brakes, gives it up top. Handled by Smith. He'll skate it into the corner. Smith now reverses direction to the blue line. Back to Smith outside the circle. Deflection down low, and Perbix couldn't quite stuff it in. And a good kill there by the Raiders. They're back to full strength. Cathedral, though, still maintaining possession. Bell on top of the circle, flings it into the corner. It rattles around the boards before being settled down by Ethan Cumming. And now we get a whistle here. 14:22 left first period, no score. Cathedral 0 for 1 on the power play. Majority of the first few minutes of the game have been spent on this side of the ice because the penalty was taken just 23 seconds into the first period. It was a trip against Jorgensen. This time the face-off won by Greenway, but a loose puck tracked down by the Crusaders in the far corner. Pinned up against the boards is Hirschfeld. Hirschfeld kicks it free, and it finds its way to the stick of Balfans. Up to the blue line, Bogenholm with a shot, and another strong save by Wright, that time with traffic in front of him. Shot actually taken by Minkinen, and the save made. And another whistle here with 14:05 left. Greenway's bench noticeably lighter than Cathedral's bench. Cathedral skating 17 players here tonight. Greenway skating just 12. 14:05 left here in the period. Face-off won by the Crusaders as they continue to apply pressure. Minkinen shot, save made by Wright. Rebound loose in front. Wright sprawling out, and he's able to climb on top of the puck and draw the whistle. Cathedral student section wanting a penalty there as we saw Nate Warner flop over. No call coming. 13:56 left, opening period. Face-off coming in the Greenway end of the ice. It'll be taken by Nate Warner for Cathedral against Ezra Carlson. It's still loose on the circle as Motzko now gathers it up and skates it back behind the net. Feet in front, just out of the reach of Widman. Now here comes Greenway on their first attack of the hockey game. It's quickly turned away at center ice, and in transition comes Cathedral. Drop pass, back to Warner. He shoots, and it sails high and wide. Now the puck tracked down on the near side boards, chipped all the way to the far side off the Greenway bench into the neutral zone. Cathedral touches up and sends two into forecheck. Greenway trying to chip it up out of their own end. They can't do it. Bell sends it toward the net, and Wright makes yet another save and another whistle with 13:25 left. I've got six shots so far here for Cathedral, and it could very well be more when we get the stat sheet at the end of the period. Face-off again, won cleanly by St. Cloud. CJ Zinn sends one toward the net. It goes up into the netting behind the cage, and yet another whistle. Greenway forced to kill off the early penalty. And the whistle certainly benefiting a team like the Raiders, who are short a few bodies on the bench. They can rest their legs a little bit with each and every whistle. Here's Jack Smith on the draw for Cathedral. He'll go against Germander. And it's won by Germander across the ice. Foot race for the puck, won by Reed Bogenholm. He throws the puck in deep, then throws a body to top it off. Play continues in the near corner. Now throwing a body is Donahue for Greenway. That frees the puck up to Davidson. Sends it across the ice for Vekic. Vekic slings it back toward the blue line, but unable to connect with Davidson. And now the Raiders forced to touch up near center ice. Sent in deep by Davidson. Greenway completing a line change now as Cathedral gathers it up back behind their own net. Chipped ahead. This is Jack Smith, already with 6 goals this season. Drop pass. Hiltner takes a shot, and a good block in front by Terbojevic. Terbojevic got his body on that shot and prevented it from getting all the way through to Logan Wright. Now a slap shot from the neutral zone sails wide. The Raiders still looking for their first shot on net, as blowing a tire on the far side there was Tremblay. Marcus Yort carries into the zone for the Crusaders. His shot deflected over the net. Over to the far corner for Ethan Cumming. Cumming drops it back behind the net. Nobody home for Cathedral. That allows Greenway and Terbojevic to start it up the other way. Intercepted by the Crusaders, chipped in toward the net, and another whistle here with 12:08 left first period. And still no score between Cathedral and Greenway. Crusaders have been mounting the pressure so far here in the game's first 5 minutes. But the Raiders haven't broken yet. Cross corner dump to the near side, tracked down here by Cathedral's Balfans. Battle for the puck ensues, and Jorgensen trying to force it free for the Raiders. Jorgensen jams at it. He does loosen the puck. Greenway Tremblay retreating back into his own end. Jorgensen up the middle, back to Tremblay, and it's poked off his stick by Hirschfeld. Tremblay retreats once again, sends it to the far side of the ice for Terbojevic. He carries in and gets the puck in deep before being wiped off the play. Now Cathedral tracking it down in their own end. The Raiders trying to put some offensive pressure on. A shot is sent wide from the blue line. On the far side boards, this is Thonis. And it's taken away by Cathedral. Here's Hirschfeld. Now some flow to this game, going back and forth a little bit after feeling each other out for the first 6 minutes and a lot of whistles. Raiders right to left. Germander plays Warner. Now sidesteps Bogenholm, taking a shot, and that one is deflected. Far side boards, Motzko for Cathedral, trying to track it down, and instead it's the Raiders getting it in deep by Miller. Bell, the first one back for Cathedral. Now just under 11 minutes left here in the first period. No score. Cathedral and Greenway, a rematch of last year's state championship game, which Cathedral won. Bell back behind the net to Bogenholm. Up the far side they go, just out of the reach of Motzko. It's going to be icing against the Crusaders with 10:36 left in the first period. Tremblay so far this season for the Raiders, tied for the team lead with 3 goals. He also tied for the team lead with 4 assists. And he holds the team lead with 7 points. Germander also has 3 goals. And Terbojevic also with 4 assists. Ezra Carlson on the draw here for the Raiders. It squirts free out to the neutral zone. Perbix sends it to Bogenholm just onside. Bogenholm loses his footing. The Raiders now with the puck going right to left. It's Thonis. Thonis drops it off. Shot taken. Martin made the save and draws the whistle. You can hear the Crusader bench pounding their sticks on the boards on the nice save by Martin, who sprawled out with the glove to make the save on the far side post. Jack Smith on the face-off against Tremblay here. A couple of star players on the dot, and it's won by Smith. Chipped ahead, taken away by Tremblay, sent back behind the net. Picked up by the Crusaders. It's Perbix retreating in front of his own net. All the way to the far side it goes Hiltner. Up the middle, bounce pass, misses Smith. Greenway recovers. Tremblay at center ice. Backhand shovel, gloved out of midair by Zins. He chips it ahead to the neutral zone. Greenway changing. They've got to be careful here as Smith streaks in and takes away the puck. Now Smith, the victim of a good poke check there by Jorgensen. It's free on the far side boards near the Zamboni door. Smith slings the Greenway player down. That was Jorgensen. Puck still loose. Far side picked up now by Vekic. Vekic trying to chip it ahead. Has his stick lifted by Smith. Hiltner just out of reach on the near side. Hiltner sends it in front. Smith can't handle the puck. It's corralled here by the Raiders' Vekic. Poked away by Cathedral and loose in front of the penalty boxes. Up the ice comes Miller for the Raiders. Shot taken. Save was made by Martin. It came loose temporarily after going off his chest, but he's able to find it and cover for the whistle. Just the second shot on goal so far here tonight for Greenway. It comes with 9:14 left in the first period. Still no score. One power play for the Crusaders so far. It came just 23 seconds into the first period. They did not convert. Now the puck loose at center ice. Picked off from behind there by Greenway and sent in deep. Now taken back by the Crusaders. Hirschfeld looking forward over on the looking forward over on the far side. Getting some help now from Hirschfeld. And the puck squirts free in the near side corner to Vekic. Plays it back behind his own net. Nobody home. That allows York to recover for Cathedral. Crusaders trying to cycle now in the corner. Looking up toward the blue line. Cross pass to Cumming. And Cumming, handcuffed by it, couldn't get the shot away. Picked up in the far corner by Donahue. Chipped ahead to the neutral zone. Now sent in deep once again by Cathedral. Greenway going to try to go off for a partial change here as it's carried ahead by Miller. Sidesteps Warner and sends it in deep. Martin settles it down behind the net, leaves for Zins. And now sent up the far side boards. Motzko to Warner. Warner has Nolan Widwin with him. Takes the shot. It's deflected up off the high glass. Kept in by Cumming and now chipped ahead by Greenway. Jorgensen to the neutral zone and it's sent in deep by Thonis. Crusaders will start from their own end now. And that pass way out of the reach of Widman. Out of the cage to play it is right. It's picked up by the Crusaders. Motzko left alone in front. He shoots, and it's off the side of the net. Good chance there for the Crusaders off the turnover. Now a shot taken from long distance. Save made. Rebound loose in front. And it's cleared out of harm's way. I think Tremblay got a stick on it. Now a shot sent in from the blue line, and another save made by Logan Wright. There's an arm in the air. And I think the Raiders are going to go off here. Beg your pardon, the Crusaders getting whistled for a penalty here. It's going to be Widman going to the penalty box. And the first power play coming up here for the Raiders. Widman to the box, the officials talking it over here, and in fact, both teams going to be assessed penalties. Looks like Carlson going to the box for Greenway. Both penalties coming here at 9 minutes and 30 seconds of the first period. And the Raiders perhaps getting issued an extra penalty here. They've just got 4 on the ice. Cathedral's got 5. That's not to say a Raider won't scoot out there before the puck is dropped. No announcement's been made yet as far as what the infractions were. The time of the whistle, I assumed it was a Greenway penalty. And then the Cathedral skater Widman started going to the box. That confused me a bit. I was hoping that would be the penalty announcement, but instead they're offering chuck-a-pucks, which is also important. 7:30 left, first period. Smith on the draw here for Cathedral against Germander. Greenway now does have 5 skaters on the ice, Cathedral as well, so we'll play 5-on-5. Big move by Tremblay at center ice. He feeds it ahead. It's Vekic in close, and that shot was deflected at the last moment. Now Hiltner drops it off for Jack Smith. 1-on-2 the other way. Smith, he's got Perbix joining the play late. Widman unsportsmanlike, Carlson high sticking. Face-off coming in the Greenway end of the ice. Still no score as the Raiders have given up a bunch of shots on goal, but so far Logan Wright has been up to the task and then some. Germander on the draw here against Nate Warner. Germander wins it cleanly back into the corner. Picked up by Cumming though for Cathedral. Cumming tried a shot from a tough angle, and that was deflected up into the netting, and we get another whistle here. 6:57 left, first period, no score. Both teams 1-1 to start the season after reaching the state championship game last year. And Cathedral returning a lot of weapons from last year's championship team, also getting a player back, Mac Motzko, who went to Minnetonka last year, back in St. Cloud this season. Motzko already with 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points. And another penalty coming up here. And this is going to be Cumming going to the box for Cathedral. So Greenway will get their first power play of the hockey game. It's the 4th penalty of the first period total, each team with 2. This penalty coming at 10 minutes and 13 seconds of the first period. Warner wins the draw for Cathedral, but the Crusaders fail to clear. Cross-corner dump into the near side. Gathered up by Germander, back behind the net, up to the blue line now. It's Miller. Across the ice to Tremblay. Tremblay back to Miller. Sends it toward the net. Save made by Martin. Big rebound, settled down near the blue line. And the Raiders able to get the puck in deep once again. Germander. Tremblay now on the near side of the ice. Closing in, sends it back to Germander, now gets it back. Looking up toward the blue line. Shot taken by Miller, deflected down low. And Martin made the save to draw the whistle. 1:27 left in the power play. 6:14 left in the first period. Looks like we might get a chance to see our first extended offense here by the Raiders. They've scored 10 goals so far this season. Cathedral scored 17, each team playing 2 games. Now it's sent down by Perbix all the way down the length of the ice. Spit ahead by the goaltender Logan Wright. Now retreating back behind his own cage is Trbojevic. Near side, Christian Miller. Can't handle the pass. Smith broke it up. And it's sent in deep by Zins. First one back is Trbojevic. He's got Tremblay with him now. Third one back, Miller, as they start the breakout. Miller, near side to the neutral zone. Up the middle, and a nice drop pass back to Vekic. Just topped his stick. Now Perbix to Smith, 1-on-3. Smith, backhand pass to Perbix, trying to give it back to Smith. Smith late to rejoin the play as he had retreated back to the neutral zone to continue the penalty kill. Now Cathedral gets the puck in deep. 40 seconds left on the Raider power play. 5:24 left in the first period. Tremblay this time will try the far side of the ice. Cuts it up the middle. On the backhand, past Warner. Tremblay near side boards. Loses the puck in his skates, and it's sent all the way down by the Crusaders. Goaltender Wright forced to come out and play the puck as Motzko has it for Cathedral. Short-handed Crusaders. It's Motzko and Warner down low. Motzko kicks it into the corner. No one there for support. Trbojevic has it for the Raiders. 8 seconds left on the power play as Greenway now gains the zone. It's Germander toward the net. No deflection there. Vekic couldn't quite catch up to the pass. Cathedral sends it down all the way, and they're back to full strength as back onto the ice is Ethan Cumming. 4:35 left first period. 5-on-5 hockey. Up the ice goes Thonis. Kicked away by Grant Martin. Both goaltenders playing strong games so far here tonight. They've both been tested. Far side boards, it's Davidson. Back to the blue line. Shot did not make it through as Bell knocked it down. Now gets it back in the neutral zone. Bell trying to out-skate Ty Donahue, and instead it was the referee that slowed him down, and that jarred the puck loose to the end wall. 4:05 left opening period, and we get a whistle here. Back behind the play. Both teams changing lines. And we'll get a face-off here on the Raiders' end of the ice. 4:06 left, opening period, no score. Each team 0 for 1 so far tonight on the power play. Here come the Raiders. Up center ice and tripped up on the play for Greenway. Was a number 13 that doesn't exist on the roster. Into the corner it goes. Jack Smith has it for the Crusaders. He'll skate it all the way on top of the circle. Now leaves it up top for CJ Zinn. Shot from long range. Save made by Wright. It's loose down low. And Wright covers up and draws the whistle. Tonight's game brought to you by Splash Ice Melt Shaker Bag. Simply tear open and shake on surfaces where safety really matters. Can you imagine if you spilled some Splash Ice Melter Bag on this ice? It'd be a disaster. It would not make for a good game. That's how you know it's good. Face-off coming here on the Greenway end. Still no score, 3:39 left in the first period. Hirschfeld on the draw here for Cathedral against Mitchell Vekic. Shot taken off the draw, and I don't know that Wright was expecting it, but it came in slow enough that he was able to make the adjustment and cover up once again. Plenty of stoppages, plenty of face-offs here. And still no scoring. Bell trying to settle it down on the blue line. It squirts past him, however, before being backhanded in deep by Jacob Hirschfeld. Tracked down by Christian Miller for the Raiders. He chips it ahead right to the awaiting tape of Bogenholm. Bogenholm, the Air Force commit, trying to center the puck. Had it taken away there by the Raiders and sent back behind their own cage to Miller. Now to the near side come the Raiders. Up the middle of the ice is Edric Carlson. Dumps it to the corner. Tremblay beat to the puck by Bogenholm. Now Bogenholm chips it ahead where it's played by Marcus Yorts. Sent ahead now to Bogenholm. And offside is Cathedral. Sliding was Balfans trying to keep his foot onside, but he was unable to do so. Face-off coming here in the neutral zone toward the Raiders' end of the ice. 2:53 left, first period, no score. Nate Warner will handle the face-off for Cathedral. And Germander wins it for the Raiders. Chipped ahead by Greenway, handled by Vekic. To the far side, Tremblay. Off his skates to his stick, sent down low, and Vekic couldn't quite turn it into pay dirt. Now at the blue line, a shot goes through, and that one went off traffic, off the shoulder of Minkinen, who sends it ahead to the neutral zone. Near side now, Jorgensen. Up the middle, Tremblay back to Donahue. And Jorgensen gets it back in the neutral zone. Sent ahead by the Raiders, 2:20 left, first period, no score. Tremblay looking for it in the corner. He finds it. It squirts out toward the net of Martin, now loose behind the net, and settled down by Germander. Up top, Miller, sent toward the net and deflected high and wide. Tremblay has it in the near corner. Picked off here by Cathedral, disrupted by Greenway, but taken back by the Crusaders. Warner and Motz go up the ice. Warner has his stick lifted. Good defensive play by Miller. Loosens the puck, and now a rush here for Greenway, led by Germander. And back defensively was Zins to slow it down. Now a laser beam from the face-off circle by Miller goes wide, and the puck goes all the way down the ice. Boy, Greenway had a golden opportunity there with numbers up the ice. And we're still scoreless. Now Bogenholm tripped up on the play. Losing his stick was Vekic. Arm in the air, but first a rush by Cathedral. Here's Jack Smith. Up to the blue line, CJ Zins. He'll take the shot. Save made. It's loose. And the whistle blows. Logan Wright made the save once again. But another power play coming up here for Cathedral. Heading to the box for the Raiders is Vekic. It'll be 2 minutes for tripping as he tripped up Bogenholm on the play. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes and 38 seconds. Cathedral 0 for 1 so far tonight on the power play. Greenway 0 for 1 as well. And the faceoff won cleanly by the Raiders and sent all the way down. Nice play there by Jorgensen to get rid of that puck. Bell will retreat back behind the net of his teammate Grant Martin. Up the far side to Smith, past his own bench, now past Greenway's side. Drop pass just behind Hiltner, but picked up by Bell. Now he overskates the puck. Greenway with a chance to send it all the way down the ice. It's Donahue. He'll do just that. And now an arm in the air. Cathedral is going to take a penalty. Hooking is the call against the Crusaders. So we'll skate 4-on-4 for the last 53 seconds here of the first period. Bell to the box. Time of the penalty, 16:07. 6 combined penalty for the two teams, 3 for each side. Warner on the draw against Germander. On the Crusaders' end of the ice, won by the Raiders. Miller takes a shot off the skates of Warner. Miller gets it back, gets a deflection, bounces right into the mid of Martin. And we'll get a whistle here with 44 seconds left in the first period. Another face-off here between Germander and Martin. Beg your pardon, Warner. It's won by the Crusaders. Here's Motzko up the far side. Fires it, gets it in deep. Playing 4-on-4 hockey here for the last 30 seconds of the first period. We're scoreless with the Crusaders pressing here. Motzko sends it in deep, picked up behind the net by Greenway for Trebojevic. Intercepted here by the Crusaders, but poked away on a strong play by Christian Miller. His Raider teammates pounding the boards in appreciation as the puck goes in deep. Recovered here by Cathedral with 10 seconds left in the first period. Up the ice comes Motzko. Motzko in deep, drops it off, and just can't connect on the pass, and that's going to do it for the first period. Cathedral applied the pressure, but Greenway, particularly goalie Logan Wright, stood up to it. And after one period, we're scoreless here on the Youth Hockey Hub.
Trusted, tested, selected. You know what works. FVP Stay Tuned works. Engine buildup doesn't stand a chance. FVP. Reach for what works.
Apply a little splash when your windshield's getting dirty. Just apply a little splash when your windshield's full of grime, bugs, dirt, and snow. Just use a little splash and be safe on the road. Splash, splash, splash. Apply a little splash when your windshield's getting dirty. Just apply a little splash. See safely on the road when you apply a little splash.
Welcome back to the MAC, the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud. No score between the Crusaders of Cathedral and the Raiders of Greenway. Shots on goal in that first period favoring Cathedral 17-6, and Cathedral won the face-off battle 17-4 in the first period. A lot of whistles, especially in the early going of the first period. Cathedral with the better scoring chances, but Greenway with some good defense and some very solid goaltending from Logan Wright, able to keep it a scoreless game, and we'll have 38 seconds still of 4-on-4 time to start the second period. Each team took 3 penalties in the first period. Each team 0 for 2 on the power play. Cathedral's second power play abbreviated, as sent to the penalty box was John Bell with about 1:22 left in that penalty. And so we skate 4-on-4. Logan Wright for the Raiders has been the more tested of the two goaltenders here tonight, but that's not to say Grant Martin hasn't had to make a few big saves for the Crusaders on the other side of the ice as well. Both teams 1-1 heading into tonight's game. This is the start of a pretty long homestand for Cathedral. They've got 3 more at home after this one. They'll take on Thief River Falls, Brainerd, and Orono at home. Greenway off until Thursday. They'll play at Duluth-Denfeld. Then they get a home game against Eveleth before finally playing at Moorhead 2 weeks from tonight. So just 3 games in the next couple of weeks for the Raiders. They'll play at Moorhead on December 20th. But focusing on the matter at hand, and that's Cathedral versus Greenway here tonight. Jack Smith on the face-off for the Crusaders, up against Ezra Carlson. Cathedral in yellow, Greenway in green, and we're underway in the second period of a scoreless hockey game. Crusaders touch up as the puck goes in deep. Settled down by Carlson on the fresh ice. Up the far side it goes to Davidson. Davidson stood up right at center ice in front of the penalty boxes. Puck still being pinballed back and forth, and Cathedral knocks it back into their own zone. 15 seconds left in the minor penalty to Vekic for the Raiders, and then Greenway will get about 30 seconds of power play time. Tremblay sends it in deep for Greenway. 3 seconds left, 2, now 1, and the Raiders are back to full strength. In fact, they'll have a 5-on-4 power play. Tremblay kicks it ahead, right onto the tape somehow of Vekic at center ice. Tried to get it back to Tremblay. It was blocked by Perbix and taken away here by the Crusaders. Spinning away at center ice, Perbix, puck loose and backhanded in all the way deep. Just 5 seconds left on the Raider power play here, and it looks like we'll be back to 5-on-5 hockey. Each team coming up empty on all of their power play chances so far. Miller trying to take a shot. That was blocked by the Crusaders. Now sent in front. Martin made the initial save, kicked it away, and now we get a whistle, a high stick. That stops a 2-on-0 rush up the ice for Widman and Motzko and brings the puck all the way back to the Crusaders' end of the ice. Nate Warner on the ice for Cathedral alongside Widman, and coming up front, Vekic with Germander and Tremblay for the Raiders. Face-off won by Cathedral in their own end, coming to the near side. Motzko can't handle the pass. Picked up in the neutral zone by Miller and sent back in deep. 15.5 minutes left, second period, and no score between the Crusaders and Raiders. Tremblay off the turnover, has his shot blocked in front, knocked down off the high glass and rattled around the boards near side Motzko. Drops it back for Warner and sent in deep. Widman looking for it in the corner. Widman is pulled down. Puck comes loose to Motzko. Motzko skates it out to the blue line. Now fans on a pass that allows a poke check for Vekic. He tries to take it up the other way before being hit hard by Minkinen. Tremblay in on the forecheck. Loosens the puck in the corner. Tremblay looking in front and crashing toward the net. At point blank range, but no shot taken by the Raiders. Neutral zone it goes. Nate Warner off the turnover, and Warner ridden off the puck. A good defensive play by Donahue. Battle in the corner. Won by Yort. Backhands it into the corner. Settled down by Trebojevic. Trebojevic trying to work it out of his own end. Instead, it's taken away by Cathedral. Bogenholm, near side Bell. On top of the circle, takes the shot. And the save is made once again by Wright. Save number 18 in the game early here in the second period. Shots on goal favoring Cathedral, 18-7 so far here tonight. Face off here on the Raiders' end of the ice. Hirschfeld on the draw for Cathedral. It's won back by the Raiders' Carlson. Taken away by Cathedral. Shot toward the net by Bogenholm. That one saved. And the Crusaders trying to mount some pressure here. 3 minutes have gone by in the second period. We're scoreless. Back behind the net comes Cathedral. Centering pass broken up by the Raiders, but kept in at the blue line by Bogenholm. Slings it around the boards all the way to the far side of the ice for Bell fans. Now picked up here by Bell, and his shot kicked aside. Third shot here early in the second period for Cathedral, and Logan Wright has stopped them all. Now Bell with a nice play to track down the puck in the blue line in front of his own bench. Jammed at on the backhand by Hirschfeld. He'll go off to complete a line change. Greenway picks it off. Bell, though, holds at the blue line. Tried to get it in deep on the backhand. Instead, it was picked off by the Raiders and sent all the way through the neutral zone. Bell for Cathedral. Up to the near side. Sent in deep now by the Crusaders. And York tried to find Perbix. He overskated it. Smith roughed up in the corner. That allows the puck free to Vekic. To the near side for Thonis. Offside delayed, and the Raiders will get called here for the offside. Failing to touch up was Thonis. Neutral zone face-off, 13:09 left, second period, no score. Cathedral and Greenway from Dave Torrey Arena, part of the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, Minnesota. Couple of ice sheets here at the Municipal Athletic Complex. This one seating about 2,000 people, while Ritchie Arena across the way seats about 400. Cathedral trying to take it out of their own end, and a good job using the body there by Tremblay to rub Smith off the puck. It's loose in the neutral zone. Recovered by Tremblay. Sends it up the far side for Jorgensen. He takes a shot, and Martin calmly gloves it to draw the whistle. 12:45, period number 2. No score. Both teams off for a change. Motzko alongside Nate Warner. And Widman up front now for Cathedral. Tremblay, Vekic, and Germander on the ice for the Raiders. Germander back behind the net. Tremblay trying to find it in the far corner in a body battle with Widman. Had it for a moment, but it rolled off his tape, and Cumming recovers for Cathedral. Widman on the far side boards, now to the near side for Bell. The defenseman carries all the way into the zone. On the near side, Bell's shot deflected. Up off the glass, it stays in play. Cathedral still with the puck, still threatening. There's Mac Motzko being rubbed off the puck. Good defense so far tonight for Greenway. They've allowed 20 shots on goal, but it could be worse. They've blocked a heavy number of shots here tonight as well. Brody Jorgensen able to clear it all the way down for the Raiders. Does it have enough for icing? It does. And we'll get another face-off, this time in the Greenway end. Tonight's game brought to you by FVP Parts. FVP has a dominating lineup. Reach for what works with FVP oil, antifreeze, stay tuned, batteries, and more. Visit your local automotive shop or retailer for FVP products. After the game, we'll have our FVP MVP. So far, it looks like it's going to be one of these two goaltenders. They've both played excellent games in a scoreless one so far tonight. Raiders trying to get the puck in deep. They do, but it's right onto the tape of Bogenholm, who plays it back behind his own cage. Up the middle of the ice, strong pass to Perbix, 1-on-2. Perbix takes the shot, and it sails just wide. Just past the blocker of Logan Wright, who was stretched out as far as he could go, and he watched it sail off the boards. Thonis for the Raiders. Clears center ice, gets it in deep. Raiders off for a line change now. 11:15 left in period number 2. Hiltner chips it ahead for Cathedral. Perbix overskates the puck. The Raiders send it in deep. Playing back and forth hockey here. Not really up and down. Tremblay sends it in front. It's loose. The net came off, and we get a whistle. Puck was loose in the blue paint, cleared out of harm's way, but after the net came off. Jack Smith upset about something. The linesman holding him back a little bit. And a scramble in front of the net, but still nobody scores. 10:56 left in the second. We're tied at 0. Germander on the draw here against Hirschfeld for Cathedral. Face-off won by Germander. Raiders. D-to-D pass just out of the reach of Miller, but he's able to poke at it, get it back to the boards. Now Tremblay has it on the face-off circle. Tremblay back to Miller. Miller loads up, fires, save made, loose in front, chipped away by Cathedral. Now it's still loose between the circles, and diving in to poke it away was Hirschfeld. Chaos in front of the net for a moment there. Martin had a hard time finding the puck. He lost his stick as well. But again, despite some action, no score. Both teams off for a change here. Nate Warner on the face-off for Cathedral against Ezra Carlson. Generally speaking, Cathedral's been dominant on the face-off circle, but another win here for Greenway in the second period, where they've picked up the pace a little bit on the dot. Mac Motzko chipped it out towards center ice, but it's kept in temporarily by the Raiders. Now taken up the other way by Cumming. His pocket is picked by Thonis. Thonis takes a shot, and Martin made the save, covers up, and draws the whistle. That's the 5th shot that I have on net for Greenway here in the second period. Giving them a total of 11. Cathedral at 20. Nate Warner wins it back to Bell. Looking for an outlet, finds one in Motzko up the near side. Motzko and Warner up the ice for Cathedral. That play broken up by Donahue on a strong play with a stick. Up the other way is Davidson. Davidson stood up by Bell. He'll take the puck away, give to Widman. Widman's pass fanned on, and now a shot goes off the mask of Bogenholm. Bogenholm shakes it off, carries up the ice, cuts it in close. Bogenholm to the backhand, and the rebound goes just wide. Zinn settles it down on the blue line. Motzko in close, and that one went high and wide as well. Warner with it now to the near side. Bogenholm shot, save, rides up on right. Rebound comes loose to the corner, and it's picked up here by Thonis and sent down the ice. And it'll be icing here against the Raiders. A couple of golden chances for the yellow and blue clad Crusaders. But once again, we're scoreless here. 9:25 left first period. Face-off coming on the Raiders' end of the ice. Jack Smith on the draw here for Cathedral against Germander. Face-off won by the Crusaders. Zinn's on the far side, sends it toward the net. Rebound, and Wright falls on top of it. Cathedral picking up the pace offensively here as we near the halfway point of the hockey game. 9:14 left in period number 2. Smith, Hiltner, and Perbix up front here for Cathedral. Germander on the draw for the Raiders, and he wins it back behind his own net to Jorgensen. Bounce pass off the boards. Tremblay couldn't handle it, but now he gets it back, battling for the puck with Minkinen. It's loose in the neutral zone. Hiltner picks it up for Cathedral. Hiltner splits a pair of defenders, now slams on the brakes, pinned up against the boards, and Tremblay's got it up the other way for Greenway. Tremblay near side, gains the zone. Tremblay trying to duck a check and does. Coming out of the corner, takes a shot, and that one deflected just wide. Back behind the net, Vakic trying to find it for the Raiders. It's popped up to Tremblay. Vakic gets it back, sends it in deep, back to Tremblay on the face-off circle. Big hit thrown behind the play. Slow to get up as Vakic. Play continues. Vakic making his way toward the bench as Hiltner gathers up for Cathedral. Hiltner sidesteps a check, Gets it ahead to Zins, now handled by Smith. Smith sends it in front, just out of the reach of Perbix, who was wide open in front of the net. Smith gets it back, drops it back. Bell shoots, and it kicked wide. No rebound attempt in front. Now Smith with a centering pass, and that one's broken up by traffic. Cathedral really threatening here as we enter the second half of the hockey game, if you will. We're over 8.5 minutes into the second period. Into the net goes a Cathedral skater as that puck was chipped up and out by Greenway. Perbix is crawling his way out of the cage, and they're checking on the goaltender Logan Wright, who has stood on his head so far here tonight. Unofficially, I've got Cathedral with 8 shots so far here in the second period for a total of 25. Tonight's game brought to you by Splash Ice Melt Shaker Bag. Simply tear open and shake on surfaces where safety really matters. I recommend you get the Splash Ice Melt Shaker Bag before the ice. Go out to the store this weekend, get some. The snow is coming on Monday. You'll have it in the garage. It'll be a good deal for everybody. Here's Cathedral looking to continue to mount pressure here, looking for the game's first goal. Just under 8 minutes left in the second period. Bell's shot did not make it through traffic. It's carried up the other way by Greenway. Up the ice, Donahue on the backhand into the corner, and Donahue triple teamed off the puck. It squirts loose back behind the cage. Ethan Cumming has it now for the Crusaders. Coming up the far side, past the penalty boxes, gains the zone, sends it in front, shot down low, and it's sent wide. Marcus Yord had a golden opportunity with an open net, and the rebound goes through the crease as well. Yord right on the doorstep, had an opportunity to smack it home, but he slid it through the blue paint wide. Some great defense by the Raiders, some great goaltending for Wright, and a little puck luck as well. So far here tonight has kept this one scoreless. See Greenway's players giving some knuckles to Logan Wright during the dead stoppage of play, I should say. Tremblay on the draw against Nate Warner. 8 versus 8, and Tremblay wins it. Now it squirts loose in between the circles before being settled down and cleared by Jorgensen. Bouncing puck through the legs of Zins. It's loose in the neutral zone. Now carried ahead by Miller. He'll send it in deep. In on the forecheck is Germander. Picked up by Cathedral's Motzko. Sent ahead now to Widman. Widman in a foot race for the puck with Jorgensen. And Jorgensen with a diving poke check to clear it out of harm's way. Now we get a penalty back behind the play. Interference is going to be the call, and we'll see who heads to the box. First penalty of the second period. It comes at 10 minutes and 2 seconds. And to the penalty box is Jorgensen for a second time tonight. Each team 0 for on the power play tonight, obviously, with a scoreless tie game. Officials talking it over with the Raider bench. Their head coach, Grant Clafton, not thrilled. He's got his arms crossed as Cathedral begins their fourth power play. Mac Motzko behind the net for the Crusaders. Has his stick lifted. Trebojevic fighting for it. Back behind the net. Frees the puck. Jammed at and sent back in deep here by Bogenholm. Bogenholm pinching in from his spot defensively. That sends Warner up to the blue line. Far side, Motzko on top of the circles. Now to the near side. Shot taken by Zins, and that one was deflected wide off the stick of Donahue. Now Bogenholm across to Warner. That shot blocked off the skates of Trebojevic and sent all the way down. Trebojevic got low, blocked it in the skates, and that allowed the Raiders to recover and sling it down the length of the ice. 1:20 left in the power play. 6:14 left in the second period. No score. Here's Hiltner up the far side past the Cathedral bench, and he loses the puck. Kept in on a nice stick play by Cumming. Sent down low into the corner to Perbix. He takes a shot. It's loose in front, spinning like a top. Perbix gets it back, fans on it, and now a shot taken by Hiltner goes up high. 55 seconds left on the power play. Smith to the corner, Perbix. Back behind the net, back to Smith. Across, Perbix open in front, he scores! Blake Perbix scoring for the third time this season. A power play goal at 11 minutes and 14 seconds. And Cathedral has taken a 1-0 lead. Power play goal for Perbix. 11 minutes and 14 seconds is the time. And you got a sense at some point the dam was going to break with all the pressure Cathedral's been applying here in the second period. There's only so much one man can do, and that one man, goaltender Logan Wright, up near 30 saves already tonight, finally let one through. Now Perbix has it again, back behind the net, takes a shot from a tough angle, and that one went just wide. High stick will be the call here. Hiltner and Smith picking up assists on Perbix's third goal of the season. Perbix burying it just underneath the bar. Spinning puck, he was able to flip up over the shoulder of Wright and give us the game's first score here late in the second period. Now here comes Cathedral looking for more. It's Nate Warner gaining the zone. Warner, backhand chip to Motzko, and it's cleared out of the way by Germander. Bounced up back behind the net. Picked up in front. Widman shoots and he scores. Nolan Widman scoring for the second time this season. And this goal coming about 30 seconds after the first one. An even strength goal for Widman. And Cathedral's up 2-0. Time of the goal, 11 minutes and 48 seconds. So 34 seconds after Perbix scored. Widman scoring his second of the year. And the score now 2-0 Cathedral. Heavily out shooting Greenway so far here tonight. I've got the shots 32-11. Warner and Motzko will get the assists on the goal from Widman. The depth of the Crusaders starting to come through here as we're over halfway into the hockey game. Under 5 minutes left in the second period, and Cathedral with 2 goals within 34 seconds of one another now lead 2-0. Greenway has played a scrappy game, solid defensively, but Cathedral's high-powered offense and wave after wave of skilled players, just too much, I think, for the Raiders to handle here late in the second period. And if anyone could use a break in between periods, I would think it's this Greenway team. Hirschfeld will take the draw for the Crusaders against Tremblay. It's won by Tremblay, and that's an area Greenway has improved on here in the second period, is on the face-off circle. They trailed in that category 17-4 in the first period. It's been more even here in the second. Now Tremblay bumped off the puck at the blue line. That forces the Raiders to touch up. Christian Miller sends it in deep now for Greenway. Tracked down in the far corner by Carlson. Loose near the blue line. Chipped ahead by Zins. Zins has Yort with him. Here's Zins to Yort across the ice. Yort jamming at it. Save made. And what a play in front by Miller to stuff that into the pads of his goaltender, Logan Wright. Now some rough stuff after the whistle. Cathedral student section doesn't appreciate it. We'll see if any penalties are assessed. 4:13 left, second period. Cathedral 2 and Greenway nothing. Perbix scoring at 11:14 on the power play, assisted by Hiltner and Smith. And then it was Widman scoring at 11:48, just 34 seconds later. assisted by Warner and Motzko. So both teams assessed penalties here. In fact, the number 22 for each team in the penalty box. Balfans for Cathedral and Thonis for Greenway. 4:13 left here in period number 2. Another face-off win for Cathedral. Perbix fans on the shot and gets it back at the blue line. Send it down low for Hiltner. Cleared out by the goaltender Logan Wright to the neutral zone. Cross corner dump to the far side by Minkinen. Kicked ahead here by Greenway. Now Minkinen sends it toward the ice, or toward the net, and Smith deflected it on the ice. And another save made by the goaltender Wright. Another face-off coming up here on the Greenway end of the ice. Perbix with his third goal. Now second on the team in scoring. Smith leading the way with 6 goals. Here's a shot from the face-off circle by Cumming, and that one went just wide. Cathedral forced to touch up. Retreating back into his own end is Minkinen. And the puck loose now at center ice. Gathered up by Greenway. Germander to the far side. Vekic sends it toward the net. Save made by Martin and kicked aside to the corner. Coming up ahead to Smith. Bounces it off the boards. He was looking for Perbix. Perbix couldn't quite reach it. Now up the other way comes Vekic for Greenway. Vekic one-on-one flips the shot toward Martin. He makes the save, and it's batted out to the neutral zone right to Perbix. Perbix streaking in, and the save is made on the rebound. Backhand goes wide. Tremblay with the puck here for Greenway, and sent out to the neutral zone by the Raiders, and now we get a mid-ice collision coming, and the linesman going down. Centering pass in front, just out of the reach of Vekic, broken up by the Crusaders. 2:45 left, second period. Cathedral 2 and Greenway 0. Both goals for the Crusaders coming here in the second period. Back behind the net it goes Motzko. To the near side, Bell trying to get it back to Motzko behind the cage. Puck spinning like a top, now settled down by Mac Motzko. Picked up here and sent to the blue line. Bogenholm shot. That one blocked by Davidson in front. Now loose in the far corner. Motzko spinning away, trying to elude Miller. And Miller eventually freeing the puck. Cathedral recovers. Bogenholm near side. Bell. Bell takes the shot. And Wright with yet another save and another whistle here with 2:11 left in period number 2. Tonight's game is brought to you by FVP Parts. Stay tuned after the game, and we'll get you your FVP MVP. 6 different Crusaders with a point so far here tonight. Goaltender Grant Martin, right around 15 saves. Plenty of contenders for that title here with another period of hockey yet to play. Crusaders continue mounting pressure here in the second period. Motzko pinned up along the boards by Trebojevic. Warner over for support. Bell to Motzko, skating off the wall. His pass is knocked out of midair. Motzko gets it back, and we're going to call a hand pass here against the Crusaders. .146 left here in the period. And the faceoff will come on the Crusaders' end of the ice. Greenway with a couple of solid offensive chances early in the period, especially on the power play, the abbreviated power play that they had early in the period. But since then, we haven't seen much of this side of the ice here in the second. Just like that, Cathedral sends it all the way down. Good play with the body by Donahue to sidestep Perbix, but Smith comes away with the puck. It's loose now in front. Bobbled, picked up here by Hiltner. Hiltner drops it back. Bogenholm, shot in front, they score! Hiltner will get the goal, and Cathedral now leads 3-0. Hiltner and Smith kind of talking it over as far as who got their stick on it last. We're waiting for the announcement. Smith shrugging his shoulders, Hiltner saying, I don't know. Regardless of who scored it, we know that Cathedral is up 3-0. Time of the goal, 15 minutes and 35 seconds. So Cathedral now up 3-0. All 3 goals coming here in the third period, the second period, I should say, one on the power play. Herbig's pinning the puck up against the boards in the corner. Now bodies hitting the ice, and that loosens the puck to Vekic. Out to the neutral zone it comes, where it's handled by Minkinen. His stick lifted by Tremblay. Collision at center ice, Tremblay and Smith. And it will be Hiltner that gets the goal, as we assumed. In close, here's Cathedral with another chance, and Zins couldn't find it in his skates. Smith and Bogenholm with the assist, all the way across the ice, pass too strong for Hiltner. Now Smith skates it out of the corner up to Zins on the blue line, and that one into the netting, back behind the net. 33 seconds left, second period, Cathedral 3, Greenway nothing. Hiltner with the goal, his third of the season. The assist to Smith. Smith now with 2 assists in the game, 5 on the year. And Bogenholm picking up his second assist of the season. It looked like Hiltner got that deflection down low on the goal, and then he and Smith kind of exchanged looks, and Smith goes through the celebration line first. But it is Hiltner that gets the goal. Now Bell with a shot from on top of the circle, and another save made by Logan Wright. 28 seconds left here. Nate Warner on the face-off for Cathedral. It's won by Greenway. Germander sends it up ahead for Carlson, and it's sent in deep by the Raiders with 20 seconds left here in the second. Coming, knocked off the puck behind the net, able to free it to Bell, sent in deep once again by the Raiders. Back behind the net is Vekic, centering pass, nobody home. It squirts out to center ice, 5 seconds left, 4 and 3. And Motzko maybe with one more chance, he's offside. We'll get a neutral zone face-off, and then that's going to do it for the second period. Cathedral scoring 3 here in period number 2. Perbix starting the scoring at 11:14 on the power play, assisted by Hiltner and Jack Smith. And then 34 seconds later, an even strength goal for Nolan Widman from Warner and Motzko. And the scoring wrapped up by Hiltner here at 15:35, assisted by Smith and Bogenholm. And we head to the third period here in St. Cloud with Cathedral leading Greenway 3-0.
Apply a little splash when your windshield's getting dirty. Just apply a little splash when your windshield's full of grime, bugs, dirt, and snow. Just use a little splash and be safe on the road. Splash, splash, splash. Apply a little splash when your windshield's getting dirty. Just apply a little splash. See safely on the road when you apply a little splash. Splash, splash.
FVP Auto Parts work. Trusted, tested, selected. You know what works. FVP Stay Tuned works. Engine buildup doesn't stand a chance. FVP. Reach for what works. You know what?
Welcome back to the back, the Municipal Athletic Complex in St. Cloud, the site of tonight's Class A boys hockey matchup between the Cathedral Crusaders and Greenway as we enter the third period. Cathedral holding a 3-0 lead, 3 second period goals for Cathedral, the difference in this one. Blake Perbix, a power play goal at 11:14, followed by a Nolan Widman goal 34 seconds later at even strength, and capped off by Colin Hiltner's goal at 15:35 of period number 2. Shots on goal favoring Cathedral 19-7 in the second period for a 2-period total of 36-13 in favor of the Crusaders. Cathedral in yellow and blue, Greenway in green. And the plucky Raiders are going to have to mount some sort of comeback here tonight if they want to come back in this one. It's been all Cathedral for the most part offensively. Greenway, for the most part, has done everything they can just to keep the Crusaders off the board. They haven't had a lot of time to focus on offense here tonight. Meeting of the minds with the captains at center ice for the Raiders. Vakic, Miller, and Tremblay talking it over. Top lines out for both teams to start period number 3. And let's play hockey here at the MAC. One more period, Cathedral up by 3. Bell across to Bogenholm. Sent in deep now by Hiltner. Chipped aside by the goaltender Logan Wright for the Raiders. Wright so far tonight with 33 saves as that one goes wide off the stick of Smith. Smith back into the neutral zone. The Crusaders touch up, pitch and catch Bogenholm and Hiltner. And Bogenholm gets his pocket pick, but Tremblay blows a tire on his way to the puck. That allows Smith to recover. To Bogenholm, closing in, takes a shot that rode up on Wright and ends up going just high. Cathedral still in control. Now a pass intercepted by Tremblay. Up the near side, confronted with Bell. Tremblay again loses an edge and slides down toward the Cathedral net. Hiltner drops it off for Perbix. Back to Hiltner in the corner. Sends it in front, tipped down low. Bell's shot goes wide, and then Smith had a chance to clean it up, and he sent it wide as well. Hiltner behind the net, spinning, trying to lead for Smith in the corner. Smith now near the Zamboni door, sent it in front. It was taken away, though, by Greenway, and sent ahead to Germander. Raiders off for a change. Zins up the other way for Cathedral. Into the rafters it nearly went, but was kept in play. Warner left for Widman into the corner. Widman rubbed off the puck. Strong defensive play by Carlson, but taken back here by Motzko. Motzko up toward the blue line. Leaves for Widman. Now Warner. Warner has his pocket pick taken away by Carlson. And the puck loose out to the neutral zone. Up the other way comes Thonis. And sent in deep ultimately by Davidson. Zins lets it sail past Widman on the near side boards. Chips it out to the neutral zone. Settled down here by Minkinen. Minkinen trying to get it deep on the backhand. May have had his stick harassed by Davidson. And now Greenway up the other way. Thonis sends it in deep. 14:46 left in period number 3. Cathedral up 3-0 as the Crusaders ice the puck. Tonight's game brought to you by Splash Ice Melt Shaker Bag. Simply tear open and shake on surfaces where safety really matters. That's Splash Ice Melt Shaker Bag. Face off on the Crusaders' end of the ice. Won by the Raiders. Sent toward the net, but off the skates of the Crusader defense. Yort pushed ahead now for Hirschfeld. Carries past the Greenway bench. Tried a centering pass, but Val fans never found it. Broken up by the Raiders. Greenway trying to gain control deep in their own end, up the near side. Pass chipped ahead out of the reach of Germander and sent in deep by Cathedral. Played behind the net by Wright. Picked up here by the Crusaders, it's Balfans. Balfans tied up back behind the net with Jorgensen. Clock ticking, 14 minutes left in period number 3. Yort has it, sends it in front, chip toward the net, and reaching out with the mitt was Wright. And like a hungry, hungry hippo, he just closed that mitt on top of it and pulled it back in toward his body. Wright's been solid so far here in net. I know the scoreboard says Cathedral's up 3-0, but it could be worse. That was save number 38 in the save number 35 on shot number 38 in the hockey game. Face-off won by Cathedral, but between the two players on the blue line, that makes the puck go all the way down the net on the fresh ice. Bogenholm to Hiltner. Hiltner overskates the puck, now recovers, spins away, back into his own end. Zins for Cathedral. Up the middle of the ice, Smith to Perbix. Perbix in all alone, gives to Smith. First shot no good, and the second one went wide. Never really pulled the trigger on the first shot. Tried to recover on the rebound, and it just slid wide. Logan Wright, the goaltender, back up to his feet, discussing something with the referee. And that may have come off, but upon further inspection, it doesn't look like they're having to do much to get it back on its moorings. 13:34 left here in the third period. Cathedral up 3-0. And Smith wins the faceoff to himself, sends it across to Perbix, and his shot deflected just wide. Cathedral threatening here. Perbix tried to drop it off for Smith, and Smith was crashing in toward the net. All the way down it goes. Zinn smacks it toward the blue line. Smith chipped ahead to Perbix. Perbix backs off, now takes it up the middle of the ice. Give is to Smith, through the legs, nobody home. And Greenway able to poke it up out to the neutral zone. Miller, a solid play defensively. Cathedral forced to reset the offense here, and Perbix was offside. Good shift there by the top line for the Crusaders, although they come up empty. 12:56 left here in the third period, and Cathedral still up 3-0. Perbix power play goal at 11:14 of period number 2. 34 seconds later, Whitman scored to make it 2-0. And Hiltner scoring with about a minute and a half left in the second period for the 3-0 lead. Greenway so far tonight with 13 shots on goal. Cathedral now up to 40. Here's Warner. Warner in the corner trying to spin away from a defender, but he's pulled off the puck by Jorgensen. Sent ahead to Tremblay, near side Vekic. Vekic 3-on-2, here come the Raiders. Vekic gains the zone, sends it toward the net, looking for a deflection down low, but the goaltender Martin able to kick it aside to the corner. Puck bouncing up toward the Crusaders bench, it stays in play. Played with a high stick by the Raiders. Settled down by Cathedral, but then the Crusaders went offside, I believe. 12:19 left in the third. Face-off coming in the neutral zone. And a late change here by the Raiders. So we'll wait a moment. 8-on-8 on the face-off circle. That was before Tremblay got kicked off the dot. Face-off chipped ahead by Germander for the Raiders. Coming up the other way, shot deflected in the netting, and we'll get another face-off. Cathedral dominated the face-off circle in the first period. They led that category 17-4. In the second period, a little bit more even. Cathedral 14-7. Coming off the draw from the blue line, takes a shot, kicked aside by Logan Wright. Raiders trying to maintain pressure here. Tremblay knocked off his skates. He pops back up to his feet in a foot race for the puck, but he's beat there by Balfans. He'll drop it back behind the net for Yort. Yort spinning away, centering pass, makes its way to Cumming at the blue line. Cumming shot off the skates of his teammate Balfans, and it comes loose on the face-off circle. Now a shot sent well wide by Balfans, and it's tracked down by Greenway. Sent ahead to center ice. Thonis couldn't quite corral the puck. It trickles its way back to the Raiders' end of the ice. Still fighting for it. Greenway looking for the puck down in the skates, and Carlson comes away with it. Flings it along the boards, tracked down by Cumming in the corner. Cumming looking in front, now skates it in front with a backhand. Shot, save made, sprawling out, and covering is right. And we'll get a whistle here with 11:19 left in the third period. Cathedral 3, Greenway 0. Bogenholm over to discuss something with the referee. as Cathedral will change lines. Not a lot of differentiation in talent level with any of these lines for Cathedral, but I suppose on paper this would be the second line for Cathedral with Widman, Motzko, and Warner. Vekic able to chip it ahead to center ice. Try to track it down is Miller. Battling Bell for the puck. Vekic has it, and Greenway has to touch up. That allows Motzko to gather for the Crusaders. Bounce pass picked off by Vekic all the way on the far side boards. Stolen away by Warner. Trying to sidestep a defender, but that loosens the puck in front of the Raider bench. Players jamming at it. It works its way free to the neutral zone. Icing is waved off as the puck rolls all the way down to the far corner. Bogenholm sends it ahead. Motzko lifts a stick. That forces the Raiders to have to touch up, and now a dump-in goes off the netting. And another whistle here with 10:32 left in the third period. Tonight's game brought to you by FVP. FVP has a dominating lineup. Reach for what works with FVP oil, antifreeze. Stay tuned, batteries, and more. Visit your local automotive shop or retailer for FVP products, and stay tuned after the game. We'll have your FVP MVP. Zins for the Crusaders right up the middle of the ice for Smith. Skates past one, now two. Smith closing in, flips a shot, he scores! A one-man gang. Jack Smith scoring for the Crusaders at 6:39 of the third period, and it's 4-0 Cathedral. Smith's 7th goal of the season, his first goal tonight, but it is his 3rd point. He's got a couple of helpers coming back in the second period. Saw that on Smith's last shift as well, that he looked like he was just trying to put the team on his back and put it in the back of the net, and that time he did. Skated past a pair of defenders, then pushed it home for the 4-0 Cathedral edge. Now a penalty coming up here against Cathedral. Cross-checking is going to be the call. And it'll be Zins going to the penalty box for Cathedral. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes and 54 seconds. After a 6-penalty first period, we saw just one in the second. Greenway so far tonight 0 for 2 on the power play. Cathedral 1 for 3. So 10 minutes left here in the third. Raiders with the puck back behind their own net. An aggressive forecheck here by Cathedral, led by Mac Motzko. But Greenway able to get control of the puck. It's Vekic. Back low for Tremblay into the corner, up to the blue line now. D-to-D pass near side Miller. Down low Tremblay. Tremblay skates into the corner. And it's taken away by Cathedral and sent down the length of the ice. 9:25 left, third period. 1:18 left on the power play for the Raiders, who trail Cathedral 4-0. Long ice pass. Germander has it in front of the Cathedral bench. Pushed off the puck by Bogenholm. Taken away by Cathedral, but kept in at the blue line. Oh, beg your pardon. They'll say it did hop over, and offside the call here against the Raiders. 1:01 left on the power play. 9:07 left, third period. Jack Smith, his 7th goal of the season, and the UMD Bulldog commits 3rd point of the night. It's made the score 4-0. A neutral zone face-off here in front of the Cathedral bench. Jack Smith on the draw for Cathedral against Carlson for Greenway, and Smith wins the draw. Dump-in attempt on the penalty kill by Cathedral. Stopped at neutral ice. Now chipped ahead by Smith. Smith drops it back, intercepted by Greenway's Jorgensen. Up the near side, flings one toward the net, and coming out of the cage, Martin. That one looked like it was destined to sail high and wide, but Martin will glove it just for good measure. Draw another whistle, and we'll get another face-off. Line change for both sides here. 45 seconds left on the man advantage for the Raiders. And we get a whistle off the draw. Plenty of whistles here tonight in this one. Not a ton of flow either way. Motzko against Vekic on the draw. Vekic wins it back for Tremblay. Spinning on the face-off circle. Tremblay looking for some room to shoot. And a bouncing puck is gloved by Cummings. Settled down is clear into the corner. Tremblay cycles it into the corner. Now centering pass broken up in front by Warner. Sent down low. Shot taken and a kick save made by Martin. Over halfway through period number 3. Cathedral up 4-0. Greenway on the power play for 15 more seconds. We'll see how much of that time Motzko kills. Rushing it up the ice, dropped it back to Bogenholm, and they'll whistle him offside. 8:18 left now in the third. 4-0 Cathedral looking to improve to 2-1 on the season. Next up, Cathedral takes on Thief River Falls here at home. Greenway off until Thursday. They'll play at Duluth-Denfeld. Neutral zone face-off. Jack Smith against Carlson. And Smith wins it wide to Bell. Still 7 seconds left on Zinn's penalty. Cathedral kills it off. Zinn's out of the penalty box. We're back to 5-on-5 with 8 minutes left here in period number 3. Smith gains the zone, drop pass, back to Bogenholm. He gets his pocket picked. Looking for body position is Thonis. Thonis has it. He's going to flip one toward the net, and that one softly goes past Martin. Greenway looking for some offense here, down by 4, but instead Smith takes it up the other way. Smith tried a toe drag move, had the puck poked away, but he recovers it. Sent in front. Perbix was tied up on the play by Thonis. Perbix to the blue line, able to hold the zone, albeit barely. Now it's picked up here by Smith. Across the ice, Perbix with a heavy shot, and that one got past the goaltender right and may have hit a post. 7:15 left now in the third period. Cathedral up 4-0. And we get a whistle away from the puck. Interference is going to be the call. And headed to the penalty box for Cathedral is Jack Smith. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 47 seconds. Smith for interference. Fourth power play chance here for Greenway. They're 0 for 3. .7:13 left here in the third. Cathedral up by 4. 3 goals in the second period, 1 so far here in the third. Face-off won by Cathedral, but the floating puck picked up by Vekic. Raiders holding the zone now, trying to get something going on the power play and get back into this game offensively. Instead, Bogenholm starts to break out the other way. Now to Warner up the far side. Warner takes the shot, and the save is made by Logan Wright. Right now, well over 40 saves in this hockey game for the Raiders. Keeping this one within reach, although time wearing out. Warner on the face-off here for the Crusaders. Chips it toward the net, and again, Wright makes the save. Minute 38 left on the Jack Smith penalty for the Crusaders. 6:50 left here in the third period. Germander wins the draw for the Raiders. Chipped ahead to Miller. He'll carry and now leave it for Vekic. Vekic into the corner, pushed off the puck by Bell, picked up by Warner, cleared but not out, held in by Tremblay at the blue line, and that one off the Crusaders on the bench. Another whistle, another face-off, 6:36 left. Far side circle, Perbix on the face-off for Cathedral against Germander. And cleared out by Cathedral. Foot race for the puck. Perbix is beaten to the spot on a good hustle play by Trebojevic. Trebojevic entering tonight's game with 5 points, including 2 power play assists. Been quiet so far here tonight. Made a number of good defensive plays, blocked a number of shots, just not the offensive output. It's been a great team effort by Greenway to keep this one close as Cathedral has applied tons of pressure here tonight. Here's Bogenholm gaining the zone. He's tripped. No call coming. And Greenway takes over possession here. It's Jorgensen all the way up the middle of the ice. It'll be icing against the Raiders. 5:44 left now in the third. Still 37 seconds left on the Smith minor penalty for interference. Davidson on the faceoff for Greenway against Warner. Picked up here by the Raiders. Up the far side it goes to Thonis. Taken away by Cumming at center ice. He sends it all the way down. It's Donahue tracking it down now for the Raiders. Loose behind the net. Davidson making a play for the puck. Now it spins up the other way. And it's taken by Greenway. Kicked ahead to the neutral zone. Intercepted by Cumming to the near side. Zins. And flung down the length of the ice on net on the goaltender Wright, who has to cover up as Nate Warner crashed in. 4 seconds left on the power play for the Raiders. 5:16 left in the third period. Stick around after the game for your FVP MVP. Grant Martin, the Crusader netminder, working on a shutout. Jack Smith with 3 points already tonight, a goal and 2 assists. They're among the candidates for the MVP award tonight. Now 5 minutes left in the third period. Back to full strength is Cathedral as Smith comes out of the box and a wrist shot gloved by the netminder Martin for another whistle. 5:01 left here in our final period. Face-off won by the Raiders. Back to the blue line for Trebojevic. And his shot stopped in the face-off circle. Kept in at the blue line by Carlson. Trebojevic fighting for the puck now as well. It squirts free in front of the penalty boxes and tracked down by Jorgensen, who retreats. Caught from behind by Hirschfeld. Greenway with the puck now in the neutral zone. Trebojevic sends one toward the net. In front shot sent just wide by Vekic. Good chance there for the Raiders to get on the board. Vekic had a little bit of net to shoot at, and now Greenway is going to get another power play. Vekic slow to get up behind the play. It's the second time he's been shaken up so far here tonight. He does pop back up to his feet and make his way back toward the bench. 4:25 left, period number 3. To the penalty box goes Minkinen, and yet another power play coming up here for the Raiders. Their third power play here in the third period alone. Time in the penalty, 12 minutes, 35 seconds. Minkinen to the box. And the Raiders will look to get on the board here with 4:20 left in period number 3 and a 4-0 deficit. Bogenholm, Perbix playing pitch and catch back in their own end of the ice. Now Perbix will start it up ice. Perbix on top of the faceoff circle through the legs of his defender, and that one sailed a little bit wide. Now 4 minutes left here in period number 3. Cathedral killing the penalty deep in their own end. Now chipped ahead. Here's Jack Smith gaining the zone. Smith through a pair of defenders gets tripped up. No penalty. Play continues. Raiders with the puck now up the far side of the ice. Gaining the zone here is Donahue. He'll fling a shot toward Martin, and Martin makes another save. 1:16 left on the power play. 3:40 left in the third period. Cathedral up 4-0. Good-sized crowd on hand here at Dave Torrey Arena. Not only St. Cloud Cathedral fans, but Greenway fans traveling well here tonight. Making the trip down from up north. 3.5 minutes left in this one, and now an awkward collision back behind the net. Luckily, everybody pops up okay. Raiders on the power play. Up the ice comes Thonis. Turned away by Cathedral. Motzko hit at center ice. And now tracking it down is Jorgensen. Back behind his own net, sends it up the far side boards. Davidson has it now. Thonis looking for an outlet. Motzko throws the body. Puck still loose in the neutral zone, now sent down deep by Cathedral. 30 seconds left here in the power play, 2:55 left in the hockey game. Raiders with the man advantage here, trying to break out of their own end. Vekic with a head of steam up the middle. Vekic going 1-on-3 to the backhand, now bounces it back to the blue line, but nobody home for Greenway. 5 seconds left on the power play, 2:30 left in the third period. Loose puck in front, dangerously floating around before Donahue recovers. And chipped ahead by Cathedral. Crusaders back to full strength, and they're offside here with 2:16 left in the third period. Perbix, Swidman, Hiltner in the second period for Cathedral. Jack Smith here in the third. That's all the scoring. Logan Wright with over 40 saves tonight so far for Greenway. And Grant Martin right around 20 saves tonight for a shutout so far for the Crusaders. And we get a penalty in the box for Greenway now is Thonis. So Thonis in the box, time of the penalty 14 minutes and 46 seconds. Two minutes left here in the third period. Cathedral on the power play. They've got one power play goal so far here tonight. It was Perbix's goal, 11-14 of the second. Right now that would stand as the game winner. Made the score 1-0. Now Perbix with a deke move. Sends it across to Cumming, up top for Bell. Bell settles it down, bounces over the stick of Smith. Smith chips it ahead. Hiltner closing in, back to Smith. He scores! Hiltner to Smith for the power play goal. And Cathedral now leads 5-0 with 1:41 left in the third period. Second goal of the game for Jack Smith. Hiltner now with an assist, a pair of assists to go with his goal. Time of the goal, 15 minutes, 19 seconds. And it's 5-0 Cathedral. Smith with 4 points now in tonight's game. 2 goals and 2 assists. Hiltner's got 3 points, a goal and 2 assists. For Smith now on the season, 8 goals, 5 assists, 13 points. Power play goal, the second of the night for the Crusaders. Minute 39 left in this one. Cathedral going to improve to 2-1 on the season. Greenway will fall to 1-2. Raiders trying to jam the puck in deep. Yort has it for Cathedral. To the near side, Will Medvec in the game for the first time for Cathedral. We know a shot in close now. And another save made by Wright. So Perbix will get the second assist. Now a centering pass just out of the reach of Bell fans. Medvec gets it in deep for Cathedral. 1 minute left in the third period. Cathedral 5, Greenway 0. Raider goaltender Logan Wright did everything he could to keep his team in this game. Faced a barrage of shots in each and every period. 17 in the first, 19 in the second, nearly 20 here in the third. 33 seconds left in the hockey game as Greenway tries one more rush up the ice. Body thrown, though, by Hirschfeld in the neutral zone. Puck comes loose. Cathedral's got to be careful here. They're changing with the puck floating near their bench. 20 seconds left now. Body spinning, the puck loosened into the corner. Minkinen has it. Intercepted by the Raiders, sent toward the net. Martin makes the save. 10 seconds left. 5 seconds as Cathedral just tries to burn off the last couple of seconds here. And Grant Martin picks up the shutout in net. Cathedral tops Greenway 5-0. Perbix in the second, the power play goal at 11-14. Turns out to be your game-winning goal. Widman and Hiltner scoring in the second, then Jack Smith with a couple of goals here in the third period. And Smith's 4-point night, 2 goals and 2 assists, earn him your FVP Parts MVP for tonight's game. Cathedral improving to 2-1. Greenway will fall to 1-2. And thanks to everybody for tuning in to tonight's broadcast here on the Youth Hockey Hub. Cathedral 5 and Greenway 0.